Hey guys, just stopping by. Joe here, Rhode Island Image, and down here at Tillinghast Pond today, and I wanted to introduce our first podcast interview of the page here. We have Demi Pita, nature photographer. Can't wait. Check it out. Welcome everybody. We're here today with the local photographer, good friend. So happy to be here, Demi Pita. Thank you so much for coming by.
Thank you so much for the invitation. Thank you guys. I really appreciate it.
Oh man, I've been wanting to do this for a while. So we actually only met in the middle of, I guess it was a sunrise that morning, but we've just crossed paths once in the past. We don't really know each other.
Yes.
So while we feel like kindred spirits, I don't know much about you. So give us a little, tell us about yourself.
Well, I'm originally from Romania. I came here in 2001. Most of the time I like outside. I enjoy the nature. I try to get as much as I can. And,
being outside,
yeah.
right? Yeah, that's a huge draw for us too. It's sometimes I'm out there and it's like you look around and you're just like, wow, like how lucky, right? Like, and
Right.
just you see these things. It's amazing.
You don't want to miss that moment. If you go there, the light, the way it's coming, the feeling of the nature, the wind and everything, it looks great. It bring you back in the next day.
That's right. So you came here in 01 from Romania. I know you're a Nikon shooter, also a Nikon shooter. I love the brand, the cameras, the glass. But yeah, have you always shot Nikon?
Yes.
Yep.
I was like trying to say earlier, like with the name. That was the thing.
Oh yeah. So the name really drew you to Nikon.
Was a photographer back then.
Okay.
Back in Romania, who took some portraits of me. He was shooting Nikon, so I saw that. So he got a store too, like selling cameras. I never afforded it. For a little village far from the city. So I remember all the time when I was going to the city, I was stopping by and looking at those cameras. I say, I'm gonna have one.
Yep.
So
those life goals like that, you get hooked on something.
Yes. So I was pushing my mom to get me one. It was too expensive. So I got my first camera. Was a Zenit, a Russian camera.
Yeah, I think I've heard it. Yeah.
It's like a Russian camera. Was like built like a stone.
Tank, the photo, right? Like a solid.
Tank, solid. I didn't know to develop the film because it was filmed in 80 something. But I got a friend, another photographer, used to start to build his own studio. So with him, I was going to him. He did
learned exposure back
stuff like that. Yeah, he helped me a little bit. Yeah,
you have that early kind of exposure triangle built into your kind of.
And another thing with me, I got born with that talent. I know to paint. I know to draw. So I kind of
Renaissance man.
Yes, yeah. So another thing I always love outside. I love the sky. Like even now when I shoot the sky must have some clouds, some colors. I'm looking always for the light, for that softness. What I'm looking when I shoot. I need that.
Well, it shows, man. The photographs are amazing lately. I've been following you for a couple of years now, I think, and just beautiful stuff. And the thing that amazes me, and some of my buddies, you're out there so much. I mean, you're out there all the time, man. Your passion, the drive, I love it.
It's not. You're right. It is the passion. You're right. It's the passion.
It's clear.
And plus, when I go outside, I know. Let's say, like I go to Point Judy, like when we met. I know I'm gonna get something. Not only about the light. Maybe something changed. Maybe a trunk came on the beach or something like that. So I know it's something there for me.
Yep.
It's not more. It's just being there and putting my mind. Because most of the time, even when I edit, I shut off the music. I do whatever in my desk. I put everything off. So I'm trying to remember what I saw over there. Yes, that's the way I do it.
Oh, wow.
So I try to remember the wind. I try to. The way the light was coming.
So really put yourself, when you're editing, you try to put yourself in that kind of mindset.
When I see the photos, when I see that photo, what I choose to do it, I try to bring all that. So I got like the same here, like your photos, like Kevin photos, like
Kevin Bruff.
Kevin Bruff, Sir Armin Kozlowski,
Armin's future interview subjects.
Many other photos. And to be honest, I'm so glad meeting them, working with them, because I always, not competing with them, but I appreciate that they are there. I appreciate when I go with them, just being there. we have our style. Sometimes it's kind of similar photos, but give you that feel that, hey, we are there. Let's try to do it. Let's try to.
It's a little bit of community. It's friendship.
It is.
I mean,
appreciations. It's from nowhere, just going there, saying hi, and after talking about it, after you become like friends in that kind of field, and after you know more, meeting again, and right there you become friends, and
that's it. That's where I was kind of inspired to do this podcast, because I just want to foster that community in the state and in the world.
Thank you so much for this. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. So, I mean, right now you've been out shooting. I mean, I see you out shooting every day. How long have you been out shooting every day for?
No. What was time? Like I said,
miss a day here and there.
When I came here, I came in on Sac. I think about I don't know.
Oh yeah. So you brought you into Rhode Island.
Yes, in Rhode Island because I.
So when you came in 01, did you came to Woonsocket?
Yes. I came from Toronto. So I came from there. So we didn't know where to go. I remember it was Best Buy, CompUSA, all those kind of stores. Always was fascinating going to them, looking at the cameras, but I didn't got yet in there more to really start to shoot again.
Yeah.
So I shoot for a while. Actually, I remember when I meeting Kevin Braff, I was shooting with the iPhone a lot.
So that's where you started, and you kind of learned some spots up maybe northern Rhode Island, started venturing out. Once you got a camera, you got
I moved from Woonsocket, I moved from there.
So,
I don't remember. I mean, I stayed there until 2006, kind of, in that area, like Woonsocket, Cumberland. After that, I moved. I came
So now you're in the Providence area?
Yeah, Providence area, yes.
Great.
So
now, kind of, I noticed maybe you do get a good variety. You're on both East Bay, West Bay. You get around there, man.
To be honest, until I moved from that spot, I didn't know Rhode Island is that beautiful.
Right?
But I fall in love.
I just learned
I never moved to the States, so I'm here for 22 years now.
Yep. Little Compton. I never knew what Little Compton was my whole life, basically, until 4 or 5 years ago.
Oakland. Oakland, a few years ago, when I found a ruin, is a very nice ruin over there.
Oakland Beach area?
No. Oakland.
Where the hell is it?
Burrillville.
Oh, yep. Up Burrillville, yep.
You got it. Near that. Oakland. I never heard about that.
East Smithfield. We just found East Smithfield. Esmond is East Smithfield.
Hope, Rhode Island. I heard about Hope, yeah.
I just went through there the other day. We usually get down Arcadia, Big River, a lot of the southern.
I didn't check too much Arcadia too. I've been a few times. I was there with.
We'll take you down through there. We'll have to go for a walk down there one day.
I bet it's very
beautiful.
Nice.
There's some good spots in there. I mean, you guys have been to You've been to Stepstone Falls.
Yes, I've been there. Kevin actually brought me.
Yep, I think that's why I said. I think I remember seeing you guys there online. But there's some beautiful spots. We tried to shoot the Northern Lights that night. That was really strong. That was supposed to be. We went to Beach Pond. On 165 on the way out to Connecticut. That road.
I know that. Yeah.
Beach Pond. You kind of go out across this little water right at the border, and we went out on this little spit of land, but we didn't have a good enough view north, and it wasn't. They never really accumulated. They never really appeared.
I was supposed to be out in that night too, but I felt tired. So
the last one, the one that was most recent, we went to Quanachontog or whatever. That
what was the clouds?
The first one had clouds. This one was beautiful. It just never showed.
Wow.
We stayed out. I time lapsed till 1 o'clock. 2 cameras, nothing. I mean, there's no indicate. They hit real early in the morning. Some Minnesota and all them got red at 5. They got green to red at 5 a.m.
I wish to get it. You say you got once too.
Yeah, it was kind of green and purple on through the clouds. That Will G night.
Nice.
That night he got that shot. I was kicking myself because that was kind of where we went back to, and it wasn't north enough, and I should have went to a different spot. I've had this plan to go. There's some overlooks on the left of Beach Pond up the top, so we were going to go up to those overlooks, but it was dark and late, cold, so we were like, let's stay down on this little rock thing in the middle of the water, and it turned out really cool. It was a real still night, and night, everything going on, clear. So that was an awesome night we had there. Yeah. Walking back to the car, coyotes off to our right, right, little yips. So we're 500 feet from the car. I have bear spray on me, so I'm like, Dave, pull the bear spray off my backpack. So he pulls it off. I had it. I'm just in my hat. I sprayed the thing up in the air.
You got it on you.
Dave, run! We take off. I had a little burn on my eyes and mouth, but it was pretty crazy. So yeah, be careful with the bear spray, boys and girls.
Jesse got one and told me the same. He says, no, not a good idea to use it on you or anything in the car or anything like that.
You're very careful.
Wow.
That was the first time I really pulled the plug on it because they were off trail. A couple hundred feet.
They even attack a human?
Very rare.
A lot of them, they can.
And they're getting pretty big. And there's a healthy bobcat population also coming up. North Kingstown to Narragansett stretch of bobcats. So they had trail cams all over that area and thriving bobcat population over there. No mountain lions. Everybody knows. Still haven't seen one of those. Everybody says there's a mountain. Have you heard any good mountain lion stories in Rhode Island?
No.
So that's like I call it a Rhode Island joke, but I've had many people tell me they've seen mountain lions in Rhode Island. Have you seen one?
No, I didn't see one. But when
you think there might be a mountain lion? You think there could be? So. There could be, obviously. People say, but if you see a mountain lion, it's going to have a tail from, even if it's a juvenile, it's going to be from me to him. I mean, it's going to have a tail that's at least 3 feet long for a juvenile. Like an adult that they say could jump across. Like the last time I heard like online, that one of the ones that popped up was in South Kingstown. It said it leaps across the road, and in one bound it went across the road, but it almost stretched the entire road.
Wow,
is what was said, but it's like just didn't. There's never a picture.
No,
I believe it. If somebody's got a picture,
that would be interesting. I thought they live always north, but you never know.
Yeah, I guess
look at the eagles. Everything's coming. The snowy owl. Everything is it's coming.
I haven't been over to photograph the eagles yet. Over in Coventry, I know everybody kind of gets together over there and photographs that pair, and that's just so cool that comes back. So let's take a break here. So this has been great. We're gonna have one of Demi's prints available in the shop on the website here. We'll put a link for that. And thank you for absolutely, and for coming out and doing this. And it's great.
Thank you for the invitation.
Hey man, love it. We're gonna do it again in the future, man. We'll see you down the road.
Awesome. I'm gonna see you on the field. Thank you, guys. Thank you.